It's not often that we get these opportunities, Jeff. So I knew, you could tell a guy who's just been to his wedding, as soon as he sees a lineup of people, he thinks it's a receiving line and starts working his way down the line. But, I am delighted to be here on behalf of our mayor and members of council. We're delighted with the work of Habitat for Humanity. But as I said a couple weeks ago at the Springbank launch, there's a couple thoughts for me in terms of Habitat for Humanity. And they're very simple, and I will not be long because I know Connie starts to get antsy when politicians go long, but I won't do that. But streets with dwellings and neighborhoods where people thrive. Think about that for a minute. A house is just bricks and mortar, wire, pipe, drywall, knob and tube, if it's some of the ones you're working on. A street's just asphalt, pipes and sewers, but a home is something entirely different. And a home is a place of safety. A home is a place of identity. A home is a place where children are nurtured, and we're about the next generation. A home is where today is lived, but it's where tomorrow is shaped and developed. And Habitat for Humanity, and I'm well aware of its history and its reputation around the world. I'm delighted to hear the international development side of it. And I've got a partner for you on the water side who's working in the Dominican Republic. And it's an initiative that started here in London, as a matter of fact. And I will give you personal Spanish lessons, Jack. Because, yo hablo español que viví 7 años in Latin America. So you're on. So I will teach Jeff how to speak Spanish. But when the need is great, and at this time in our community the need is really great. You know what's even greater? The opportunity. The opportunity is great in our community. And when the mountaintop of financial stability for many in our community is seemingly insurmountable, the peak is always in sight. You've ever done mountain climbing, you can always see the peak. But our job is to help the people in our community keep that peak in sight and not lose sight of the fact that there is a way to get to the top of the mountain. And there's people around that will give them that hand up. Even last night at council, Councillor Miller and I both asked staff to identify opportunities in our community that are where there's houses that are slated for demolition, and to look for opportunities. We were only thinking of one organization. We didn't name it. We didn't be inappropriate, but it was Habitat, where we could move the house to a better spot, or where we could deconstruct the house instead of just bulldozing it and taking it to Jim Graham. We'd like to take it piece by piece to the Habitat research. Those are the opportunities we're looking for, and those are the things that really excite me about Jeff. I'm not as good as Ed at frying Jeff, although he spent enough time around fryers, and it was a little greasy from time to time. But when I came to London, and particularly 8 or 9 years ago, came into my role as Executive Director of Pathway Skill Development, Jeff was there to welcome me. Sorry. I was a no one. I didn't know anything about the sector, but this guy welcomed me. But one thing about Jeff, he's always really clear. He's always really focused. He has a great sense of humor, albeit a little twisted, and he's absolutely correct with that. Twisted is good. But Jeff has great ideas. Even 2 weeks ago, I had to get to another event and just got 6 different ideas while we're standing in the driveway. That's what I love about Jeff. But the other thing about Jeff, he gets things done. My grandfather used to say when it's all said and done, an awful lot more is said than done. But Jeff flips it around. He doesn't say a lot, really. He gets it done. And I cannot tell you that
The staff might beg to differ.
I only see the positive side. So you got the camera. Let's just put it this way: the ratio to getting it done and talk is, it's about right. But I personally cannot be more excited about the fact that Jeff is your new executive director, personally, And as a member of the community, as a member of council, I'm just thrilled and looking forward to partnering with them. So thank you for indulging me, and I'm just thrilled.